Welcome one and all to the RSL 2015 Invitational. I am joined here today by JaKaTaK. I am DrennoC, and we have the semifinals and finals of this invitational tournament coming up for you in just a few short minutes. How are you doing, JaKaTaK? What's up with you, and how's your hair feeling today?
I think actually I've managed to get maximal fluff. When I reach 100% fluff, I'm beginning to move towards like 101% and 2, etc. I know that it's time to get a haircut, so I will be doing that eventually. Aside from that, been playing lots of StarCraft, having good times, and getting pumped for this next match, which will be PiLiPiLi versus Namshar. We have a couple of series here tonight. This is the end of the tournament. We've got the 2 semifinals and the finals tonight, all in one beautiful cast.
2 best-of-5s and a best-of-7s.
That's right.
And anyone who's already in this tournament right now who's got to the semifinals has secured themselves $25. Third and fourth place is $25. Second place is $50, and first place is $100, I believe. Total $200, provided quite generously, I believe, by the lovely Hawkeye, our observer, and the man who makes this happen. I know my hands don't convey a heart, but that's what I intend with this right here. This is supposed to be a heart.
Yeah, man. A heart has 4 Where are the valves? Where's all the different compartments?
Oh yeah.
I'm not impressed.
Look at this.
Just hold your fist up. That's to be a more accurate representation of what a heart is.
Thank you.
But symbolically, it does not represent that at all. Don't be like, "I love you." It doesn't really, convey the correct
I love
emotion.
you so much.
Right.
But
yeah,
is a scary
so
emotion.
yeah, we're gonna get started relatively shortly here. Namshar versus PiLiPiLi. The first map is going to be on Prion terraces, which is very similar to a Prius, but slightly ionized, and that's how we get the Prion terraces. And yeah, man, just some more crazy Legacy of the Void. I mean, we were just casting what, 2 days ago? Yesterday? I don't even remember.
Yeah, 2 days ago we casted, and yesterday we played a crap ton of Overwatch and just shot a ton of things with that. Prion Terraces, though, in a ZVZ, that's going to be intense. Prion Terraces, of course, is the map with 6 gold bases, so see how that goes down. That's what it's called, Jack. I don't know what else you call it. It's 6 gold base map or Prion Terraces.
We're going to have code names for all these maps. We've got the Bridge of Khazad-dûm map. We've got the 6 gold base map.
6 Gs.
We got the You Will Never Take a Third Base map. That's a good one, too.
What about Dusk Towers, though? Dusk Towers.
Oh, that's easy. That's Lens Flare map.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's Lens Flare map. Phenomenal thing.
All right, so we have everything starting off quite quickly. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Prion Terraces, we have the red semifinalist Zerg player. It is Namshar.
And his opponent in the top left-hand corner, it is the blue semifinalist Zerg player from Team Acer. It is PiLiPiLi. That pizza was so good. That's good. You can tell they know each other well. When that's how they start off the game, is like when we were casting, I believe it was us two. Did we cast Scarlet versus Huck?
We did.
That was and starting off like, yeah, I ran a couple of miles. What's a mile? And that's just the banter they have in the early game.
Yeah, it's always good in these sort of little bit more relaxed online tournaments. They're allowed to talk. No one gets, in trouble for saying things other than good luck, have fun. And, it's a good time. StarCraft is a game. It's a very serious game when we play it competitively. But in the end of all things, it is a game, and we're here to, have fun and enjoy it as these competitors get started off. This is a ZVZ. ZVZ, one of the crazier matchups. Very, very aggressive, and as you can see, we already have Zergling Speed, a Baneling Nest, and 0 expansions coming down from PiLiPiLi. This is the thing that's been going on a lot in ZVZ right now, just a super high amount of aggression, and the players are really just trying to figure out, the Zerg players, how do you defend this, without, going 14-14 yourself?
14-14 definitely is quite hard to defend in this situation, and we see the answer from Namshar right off the bat. does go pool first, gas. It throws down his natural,
Gas, yeah, for
but
sure.
it's a lot easier to defend with that. And one thing just to notice is how we do see Bly kind of going along this right-hand side path instead
Oh
of through
yeah,
the middle,
absolutely.
which is normally you kind of have that issue of that very first Overlord of Namshar. Every once in a while, we'll see these lings if you're not careful, and the fact that it's been disguised by this is phenomenal. But for the lings of
Look how late
Namshar and
this
this
scout is.
Overlord, yeah, late. Not only is it a late scout by Namshar, but he sees there's no natural. Now he's got to race back home because the metabolic boost of Bly's almost done, and potentially all you're going to out in the middle of the map, and you're going to get overwhelmed by a small flood of lings and not have anything back at home. So this is a dicey position for Namshar to be in. Here are the
Yep.
banelings coming in for Bly. We'll see what Namshar can do.
Yep, spine crawler getting started. All of this, so many drones were built that should not have been built because of this avoidance. Really nice Sim City here. Look at these two queens protected in this area,
Oh, but the
focusing down those banelings. It's really important to get those banelings down. The Zerglings are catching the queen on the outside here. Meanwhile, the two banelings are trying to find some good connections. Oh, and they're gonna
so
just barely
close.
missed some connections there. We do have
Nice
banelings coming in from the outside as well, and one queen down, one queen to go in this position. The natural is open, but not taking it. There it is, just now. Going to go ahead and take that natural. As far as the drone counts go, we are at 13 to 14. So Namshar still slightly ahead as far as the economies goes. As long as he can hold on to that extra drone, he'll still be in the better position long term here, despite the fact that he is losing this expansion. I mean, even better if he could hold on to it. That would be amazing. But it's going to be very, very tough holds here with the spine crawler. And oh, here we go. He's moving the spine crawler down to the low ground. There is not creep connecting the main and natural. If you can get the spine crawler in place, as long as the queen gets out of the way, he's going to be in a pretty good spot for banelings here, and it's all about these banelings. Oh, that was a very close baneling connection here, and the queen gets caught out. Luckily, some baneling connections go off, but it might not be enough. These banelings coming and getting two connections there. The spine crawler is up.
Beautifully taking it out. Spine Crawler beautifully takes it out, and by the way, for Bly, he has to kill this natural to actually be able to win this game. This is an all-in to 14-14 from earlier on, and he needs to actually kill that natural. As JaKaTaK mentioned, there wasn't that many drones killed. In the beginning, only 4 drones, and this has been a beautiful defense, getting out that Spine Crawler, canceling these banelings, but now it's getting down to the ropes. 2 banelings finish for Bly. Namshar does have to pull back, but the 2 banelings of Namshar could sacrifice themselves for that 1 baneling kill it. For now, that Spine Crawler is the difference between life and death, sniping these banelings before they make it into the main, and because Namshar has held his natural, Namshar is going to be so far ahead. I know Bly can win, but in this situation, it's so hard to win when you've not actually killed that natural and not successfully done economic damage.
Yeah, luckily enough for Bly here, and probably one of the reasons why 14-14 is as popular as it is you start off with so many drones in Legacy of the Void comparatively. So something that would be equivalent to this in Heart of the Swarm is not as, it's not as nearly as all-in as in Legacy of the Void. We're seeing the drone counts go up, and Bly actually ahead in drones here. As long as he can sort of stave this out. So we have reached a sort of normalizing point. Nicely done. That micro with those Zerglings there really mitigated a lot of this damage. 2 for 2 banelings going off there. Still in a pretty decent spot is Bly.
Bly is in a decent spot right here, and he does also have the lead in lings. Not quite banelings, though. 2 of his banelings will be able to kill all these banelings if neither player is careful. Nice splits from Namshar and Bly both here, but still, Bly smells blood in the water. He's trying to get damage done. He's got to be really careful not to overextend. I'm sure you guys realize this, but the Overlord of Namshar can see everything. So can the Overlords of Bly, so it's going back and forth. Both players know exactly what's at the doorstep of Namshar, and for now, as I was
6
mentioning,
drones from Bly behind this. Oh my god, he's really got to hold this well. He's managed to keep him on his side of the map for the time being, but Bly is just droning up really hard right now and capitalizing on the fact that he's been pushed back and already going for the layer here. So Namshar a little bit behind as far as tech is concerned, and as well the drone count just making it happen for Bly. So nicely done here, transitioning out of the 14-14. We have a Roach Warren coming down from Namshar. That is going to be his choice, his path. No Roach Warren just yet for Bly.
I feel like in this situation, the defending player of the 14-14 almost always go roaches. It's so easy to defend these banelings and put on counter aggression, and it's really going to be the situation for Bly right here that he's just got to be able to get the Spire out in time before this roach this Roche push hits, because that is where he's going. If he can get the mutas out in time, he will be able to take this game, but it's always that issue of how many Roaches will Namshar be able to push out to do aggression. And by the way, somehow out of all of that, Bly came out in the lead with his drone. So this Spire play, this quick layer in 4 gas may actually be able to work.
Yep, and the only thing that's saving him, the only thing keeping him alive are these 3 Banelings and this group of Zerglings. He's been droning up very heavily and teching up aside from that, and Namshar sort of taking that as well, going to go ahead and drone up, getting his upgrades, and getting ready for the Roaches. That Spire, like you mentioned, is coming down here, and the passivity of Namshar and the lack of basically being able to break out of this sort of soft contained or third base prevention has really been able to, the micro basically of Bly has been able to gain him an economic advantage. Now remember, 2 Banelings kill 1 Baneling. You need 2 to kill 1. So that's why you see a lot of times Bly over and over again moving his Banelings in groups of 2. He's trying to get a 2 to 3 trade, doesn't get it, and actually loses most of his Banelings. So he's going to have to make some units to reinforce this position, continue to defend and delay this third base as much as possible, and sort of spiral out of control with this economic lead.
Bly's micro has been fantastic, as you were saying, with those Baneling exchanges right now, though. But finally for Namshar, he's got Roaches out, and like you're saying, taking a third base, but also his third base, not his third base, his Spire is done. There it is, 6 mutas on the way. Namshar can push off the back of this, but he has to do economic damage with these Roaches. For now, though, Bly still has these Lings on the other side of the map, and Namshar's third base is just going to be annoying. I'm incredibly worried for Namshar right here. He is pushing out Roaches on the other side of the map, but they're coming 1 by 1, and 1 by 1 Roaches into mutas is just going to be a meat grinder. We'll see how Namshar micros. Maybe he can do something, but there's 3 spines at Bly's natural.
Going Nidus behind this as well. Lots of mutas going to really help with this defense. Any sort of Roach attack, I mean, could have been effective if it had come earlier, but at this point we've actually reached the critical number of Mutalisks necessary to push back Roaches. So much buying of time done with the control and the presence on the map from Bly has allowed him to get this lead and get out this critical mass of Mutalisks. Now, Nidus is the play behind this, so we're going to have to see no Overlords in position just yet. We have an Overseer in the top center, so we're looking at potentially taking that map. Oh, just barely getting... Oh, scouted right here. Does manage to get that started. Now, keep in mind, that Nidus network is invincible until it's done, but all of these units are going to camp directly on top of it. Hydralisk then coming down behind this, so totally ready to blow this up as it comes out. We got the Queens coming out. No transfuses landed at all immediately. Immediately, that Nidus has taken out, shut down completely, and 46 drones to 39. The main advantage that Namshar had going to this Roach was the larger army supply, and he's not been able to get any damage done with as a result. He's going to keep falling further and further behind. Lurker Den on the way in about 10 million years. Also, Bly will have Lurkers.
Bly's putting together a wonderful composition, as JaKaTaK says, just 10 million years, but there's no anti-air at this third base. The Roaches are going to have to get on out of here desperately. These Queens trying to do something in this Spore. Maybe we'll see a transfuse, but no transfuse in that third base. The third base is basically mincemeat for these mutas, but for now the mutas think they can take it. There is 2 Spores in that natural base to hold, and there is Burrow, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Another Nidus network coming in. Nidus is much better in a Legacy of the Void, but if your opponent's already got how many mutas? Already got 16 mutas out on the map. It's going to get real hard, and I love the third base position by Bly. It's not at the more vulnerable to Roaches. He's trying to make good decisions right here. Namshar is desperately going to try to make a base trade go down, but Bly's already Namshar's natural is going to be able to actually focus down all the Spores. Another Spore goes up into the natural, but will it be too late for now, though? Namshar pushing aggressively across the map. How many army supplies it? 65 of Bly to the 75 of Namshar. Namshar's going to try to snipe stuff, do economic damage, but he can't do anything to the mutas. He has no answer at all to the mutas.
He has to make it happen right now. This is all that he's got. He's an economic checkmate. This army is his army. He's producing as much as he possibly can, and this is effectively a base race. Now, as Nidus is really good in a base race situation, Mutalisks are even better because in this kind of a situation, there's almost no anti-air, and this defense while it's going to take a while, is going to push things forward here. We're at 24 drones to 15. These roaches doing a good job moving from base to base, getting that economy down. 25 workers killed, though, from Bly. So they've gone back and forth, and this is that point in time where these roaches, just really tough to kill, as their namesake might imply. They're going to try and take out this third base, but when you only have one base and it's mostly mined out, the long-term chances for Namshar to come out of this game are slipping away.
Bly making wonderful decisions, goes, snipes the natural base of Namshar, pulls back the defense, and there is burrow, though, as you guys can clearly see, and tunneling claws for these roaches, so it's still going to be kind of hard to deal with them. How many workers do we currently have out? 15 workers to 16, not too much difference, but Bly has these 3 bases, and he's just got to hold on, just got to kill a couple of these roaches. There's only like 20-odd roaches out on the map, actually. More roaches are coming out back at home. Desperately, Namshar is trying to hold his lair. He thinks the mutas are going to go across the map, but for now, pretty much Bly's just got to say, cool, all I need to do is make sure my mutas are at home and split up properly. I don't want the roaches to kind of go one in each base like you see DTs and PVZ. I honestly think Bly's got this game won. He's got it well, especially with 2 lurkers already at his ramp. Bly's the dream composition for Zerg in Legacy of the Void.
Yeah, lurker is absolutely critical at this point, holding on, matching basically cloaked unit for cloaked unit effectively with Bly, and Namshar's running through, and you have to give it to him for this tenacity, just keeping at it, keeping that third base killed. He's going to try and get this natural base up, but with the lack of anti-air, it is going to be very difficult. However, Spore Crawlers, super ridiculously strong against Mutalisks, so this is, at this point in time, an overextension. Oh, and he catches this Spore Crawler while it's repositioning itself, and that is going to be it for the main base. Luckily for Namshar, he doesn't want to have a main base anymore because all the minerals are gone, but only having 2 drones here, he's going to have to tap out.
Definitely, lair is forfeit. Not only that, but the infestation pool, the spawning pool, and the bane nest. Did I say infestation pool? Infestation pit. There is the roach war in that natural base and 2 spores, but I don't think it's been enough. There's the GG. Namshar taps out, and Bly takes game 1 of this best-of-5 series. Honestly, from the beginning, anytime I'm in the situation that Namshar's in, okay, you've just defended 14-14. And this kind of goes both ways for Zerg, but basically, if you don't see roaches, they're going mutas. There's no question about that. And the mutas will eventually always win v roaches in ZVZ and Legacy of the Void. I feel like for Namshar right there, as I was mentioning right there, he doesn't see roaches, he has to assume mutas, and if he goes roaches, they have to be on the other side of the map right when they pop out. Maybe you can make Nidus Worm work, but it's so dicey when your opponent already has 16 mutas, JaKaTaK. I don't know how a